Well, hello there, all you Mad Hatters out there. This is Never Grow Up Vlogs, or Japanese Valentine, whatever you want to call it. Today we'll be playing Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland for the GameCube. Game Boy, not GameCube. Anyways, I have run this game 3 times, getting a new personal best every time I have played it. I just picked it up and said, this is life, I love this so much, it's so mad, I love it. So yeah, I decided, hey, this is easy enough to run, so I've been running it, and yeah, I don't know if emulators are allowed in the speedrunning community or not, but yeah, I've just been playing it, I've just been, trying to play it as fast as I can, and yeah, today I'll be playing it again. I will upload this video even if it's not a new personal best, which is currently 30 minutes and 8 seconds. Someone has beaten this game in 29 minutes and 44 seconds. I cannot do it. I cannot do that yet because I really haven't done their route. But I'll try out their route someday or just different routes, see if different ways are faster, but the way I've been doing it right now, it's kind of been working out to get, faster, things and whatnot. So, yeah. So anyway, here's the beautiful title screen. The beautiful Earth. We have the game. We have Where in Wonderland, which is a hide-and-seek game. We have Alice's Art Gallery, which is a printing, like a printing software thing where if you had a Game Boy printer you could actually print out pictures. It was really cool. Anyway, but yeah, and options where it's easy or hard, but I can't play hard. I don't know why. Literally, I hit hard and then I hit start and it just brings me back and it reverts me right back to easy. So I don't know how to. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So my 2 games so far. This is, so we'll go the Mad Hat. The Mad Hat. The Mad Hat. So I'm gonna start time right now. Once upon a time, oh, sorry, can't read that. Can't read that. There's beautiful butterfly. And offer him the crown. I think you press start, but I just mash. I mash A and start. I don't know why. Get used to that sound effect. You'll be hearing it a lot. This is level 1, or like the first introduction. There's a high rock and there's a low rock. If you're on the high rock, you can just press right. And then it'll drop you onto the lower rock. But if you're on a low rock, you actually have to jump onto the high rock. This is the rabbit hole level. I like to do this where it's a nosedive to the right. There's a nosedive, and then there's this where you're flowing your dress or whatever like that. Both of them pretty much have the same speed. I guess the flowing down of dress thing would, have you work out better for, hitting items and whatnot, but if you're in the nosedive, you really can just, go through those items a little bit easier. I don't know why. I don't know why, but you can. But yeah, pretty much both are the same, both are the same speed. This next part is basically just basic platforming. It has some lovely art on the walls. I've yet to figure out if it's better to just take the damage from these card spikes here. Right now I'm down to 1 heart, 2 hearts. But some I'm too impatient to just wait for. So yeah, and you can pass through 2 still blinking, so There's just so many references to Mario in this game, though. The mushrooms, the bouncing on people's heads. It's hard to get that jump without it floating up first. So, I'm proud of myself when I get that. But when I go into a new room... it just gives me full hearts, so we're all set here. This part you want to avoid, and I didn't. I failed. If you can jump up there with avoiding the mushrooms, without avoiding that mushroom, you're really good. That was weird. We gotta go around one more time. We gotta go under here and get another key. There's this key. Then there's this key. I actually forgot this key last run. And then it's a pain in the butt to get down. There we go. We want to be big at this part. If you miss that jump, you gotta go all the way around and do it again. The music in this game is really loud. And when you're small, Alice, it's even louder. Really loud. So here's the part when I first played the game, I was like, what were they thinking? But it's actually really fun. I haven't counted them yet. I haven't counted how many of these horizontal platforms I have to jump up. I just see the Mad Hatter with the stars and then up. Shoot. That doesn't happen when I'm normally running. I promise. It's fine. It's fine. But we'll know we're there when we see this Hatter here. And we see the stars. When you see the stars, you know you're there. Otherwise, if you fall down there, you gotta start all over again. Right, left, this one. Then there's gonna be another one. Go up here, drop down here. Get the key, drop, wait right here. So we fell. I have already made a mistake. So here we have the clock. Like all the bosses, well, pretty much all the bosses, jump on their head. What else? This bird gives out, random, like, boosts, if you will. I've yet to really figure out what they are, or what all they mean. Some causes an earthquake, some makes you jump up higher, some are just regular hearts. But yeah, based on what they are, it can speed up your fight with the boss. So yeah, I like beating up the clock, Hatter, the Tweedles in one spot. Just if they stay in one spot for the entire time, it's really good. You got yourself a really good fight. And here we have my least favorite. I'm talking. I'm not paying attention, so the beginning is the hardest part. You gotta zoom past. Okay. 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 There's this guy. And then there are three. There are three in a row that you need to pass while riding one of these fast waves. But once I'm there, once I pass that part and I pass like this huge line of rocks in the middle of the screen, I like to stay on the left. There are still tentacles on the left, but the left is still pretty safe if you avoid the tentacles coming up. I know when the end is by heart. Right there. And I just love that animation. So now we're gonna start the 4 sections. There's Mad Tea Party, there's Caterpillar Bubbles, the White Rabbit's house, and then the Tweedle Labyrinth. I accidentally talked to him. If you go to the Tea Party or the Bubbles, you're gonna head left. Left. The other two, you go right. So the first time you visit them, or when you visit them before you have the biscuits, they'll just be standing there saying, "Go get the biscuits." And you get the biscuits from the carpenter later on in the game. Firstly, I like to get Dodo's handkerchief, and then you're out. I mean, White Rabbit, you gotta like, you gotta walk to a door. You gotta walk to that door. And it says, oh, you can't go any further. So I don't know. I just don't know. So if you get all the stars, Cheshire Cat will pop up a message and then he'll replenish all your hearts. If you get 100 stars, it'll trigger a race with the White Rabbit. If you beat that race, you'll talk to the Brush Dog on the main map. The Brush Dog will send you to a secret area. I always go that way. The Brush Dog will send you to a secret area. I think there are 4 secret areas in which you get magical pots. What these magical pots do, I don't know how many there are, but I've yet to play this game on the computer or on my phone and get all of them. But supposedly a guy online got all of them and nothing happened. So that's a flop. So here we have the Tweedle boss fight. And you guessed it, there are both of them. So you gotta worry about jumping on 2 people's heads. Usually one of them gets away, so I tend to just work on one for like a little bit. And then wait till they join. But I think if they're together, it counts as jumping on both of them at the same time. So coming up now, we have White Rabbit's house and Bill. The first part of White Rabbit's house is just a lot of basic platforming, but it tends to be an area where I fall a lot. There's only one strat in this that they did, where they used that drum frog to hop up the first shelf and save all this time that I'm doing right now. But I haven't been able to perform it, so I've kind of just been doing it regularly. But yeah, it's weird. Like, if you bounce off of an enemy, Alice can kind of do, like, this glitchy, like, double jump, like, thing, or whatever. So that door I just went through, you need the key. You need the key from the rose in order to get through. So we have a Master Hand reference. It's really weird. Those jumps are really hard right there. I got lucky. That lamp that I just passed right there is the only one I have to wait for. All the rest of them I just walk right past and they drop behind me. Those jumps are pretty hard too. This room is separated into two parts. I like to do the right side first, because the left side is the continuation of the level. Whoops. There's that key. Drop down. There you go. Straight away drop. I don't know if I've ever actually really done that before. But yeah, to jump on these cushions, these ottomans, these, I don't know, step stool things, you need to push both buttons at the same time. Like, you gotta be running, you gotta be pressing the running button and A at just the right time when you're hopping to get on up there. So here we have the Bill coming, the Bill part coming up, the lizard with the ladder. He drove me crazy the first time I played this. I pretty much have my groove now. But yeah, I can understand why, like, this part would drive people, like, absolutely insane. Kind of hard to explain. Like, you place it, you walk up it, you gotta duck with the ladder in your hand, and you gotta avoid the birds, these birds in this level, pushing the ladder down. If the ladder is in place without you holding it, they will push it all the way down, and in some parts, you'll have to play the entire section over again. And it sucks. Yeah. It sucks like a vacuum. This one will pop out, like, randomly because you just finished a really hard part. And then he's right there. For speed, I just take damage with some of the birds. There's this one bird that only appears sometimes. It's really weird. This whole part is just really, really weird. So now we have the cane? Yeah. Now we have the cane. We have the walrus's cane. He'll give us the compass. The compass will give us access to the caterpillar, the bubbles. The bubbles are really interesting. Yeah. There's really no way to speed up that you, like, actually getting in one, too, which really sucks. As far as time right now, the only times I really know, like, the only time when I know I'm doing good or bad is if I'm at 20 minutes, and I'm starting Tea Party, and if I'm starting Dormouse, then that's trigger for a pretty good time. You'll need one bubble in this first part. You float up really high, you get the hammer, and then you just drop to the left. That's all you do. That's all you do. Now we need to spell out A-L-I-C-E. I've kind of already just memorized where the letters are. And you can sometimes jump into the bubbles while they're already in the air, too. But not, like, underneath like that. Alright. The A's coming up. If you already saw it. See what I mean? So you need to be small for the L and the I. L's right here. The I, I'm going to be big coming up to it. I'm going to be big coming up to it, and then I'll get small at the opportune time. So we have one ladybug, two ladybugs, third ladybug, you want to make this jump small, and there's a mushroom conveniently right there, so I only get that mushroom. That's all I do. I just get that mushroom, only that mushroom. The C you drop into, and I can't get into that that bubble on the right for some reason. So I just go to the left and travel right. And E is right after here. And there you go, there's Alice. There is A-L-I-C-E. So as you can tell, we are starting Dormouse at 21, which really isn't good, but so yeah, you get confused because when you go into this part, the white rabbit is running to the right, and what are we doing? We're chasing the white rabbit. So you're chasing away from the white rabbit for this light. So it confuses the heck out of me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I will never forgive myself for this. I forgot to give the... Ugh. I forgot to give the hammer to the carpenter. Well, I will never forget this. I will never forget this. In the run where I explain everything, I will never forget this. Because every other item, the character is, like, right there. For the most part. Or, like, adjacent to, like, where you exit. I guess he's adjacent to where you exit, too. Never mind, never mind. I'm just being stupid. But yeah, as you saw, they were just standing around. Now, they're gonna be running around. The March Hare is in, the March Hare is 10 times faster as Mad Hatter. And he's usually always the one who catches me. Why aren't you catching it? You gotta hover over his body for like 3 seconds. And not his tail. He's holding the key by his tail. That was really close. But you gotta hover over his body for like 2 seconds or so. He's being nice to me. He's being way too nice to me. Aw. He had me. But this Dormouse is what makes or breaks the run. This part is all luck. All skill. Like, you cannot control where they are. That was both of them. Oh my god. And you gotta do it 3 times. 3 times. But you have no control where the Dormouse goes. You have no control where March Hare and Hatter are. It sucks. Get away from me, get away from me, get away from me! So yeah, there's Dormouse. That Dormouse was alright. I guess the forgetting the carpenter made up for it. So now we have the Mad Hatter boss. I always forget about him, too. You can jump on him, and he reminds me way too much of King K. Rool. He stops at one end, he throws his crown, or his hat, I should say, and, yeah, you have to avoid it and jump on his head. So it reminds me so much of King K. Rool. The only difference is you can jump on him when he's going the other way. So I do both. You can jump on his head twice when his hat is off. But that was just a really good fight. Here we have painting the roses red. I have already memorized where the bushes are. There are 4 of them. You go to the right. And then you see the first one. Paint. The next one. This one took me so long to find the first time I played this game. Because it's so close to the first one. So it took me forever to find. Like, forever. And that's number 4. So now we have the croquet match. When I first played this, it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Now that I know the metronome of when to shoot, it's a lot easier. I thought you had to wait 6 wags. You only need to wait 3. And you can skip the queen's turn by... You can skip the queen's turn by hitting start. When I'm talking about the wags, I'm talking about when the cards actually start moving, which is only round 2 starting now and round 3 when there's 2 cards. So here we go. Watch. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. 1, 2, 3. There you go. This is really bad time. mistakes include bottle and forgetting the carpenter. And falling for all those elevators. So now we're getting into the part of the movie where you run away from the cards in the game. You're gonna stay on the bottom for the most part. There are a few parts where you do actually go up. Like that part. So first we're gonna go down the Mad Hatter tag, whatever you call it. Now we're gonna go up the Mad Hatter tag. See? Those are your landmarks. Staying on the bottom, staying on the bottom, going up, staying on the bottom, staying on the bottom, and this is the end of it. There. I don't know how long this is the last part. This is 52 card pickup, and I don't know how long this actually takes me. So, I wish I did know, so I knew, like, even better for time, but I just know entering it at 29 isn't the best. So they get faster and faster every time you kill one of them. When they start getting faster, you're gonna walk with them. And then they'll start, like, overlapping. So you can get two of them. You can get, like, a double jump. You can get, like, a double hit. So we're already at 30. So I'm walking with them now. Oh, shoot. Starting the double jumps. This is bad. Alright. Time was 30:33. And there you go. There's Alice in Wonderland for Game Boy Color. Did you see a rabbit run past? I simply must get through. Alright, you may pass. So stupid. It's not at the end of the movie where it says you are outside, you're awake, you're in a dream. And tumble through a magical passage. When is this in the movie? When is this in the movie? Oh, what a wonderful dream. It wasn't wonderful, it was a nightmare. Alice, have you been sleeping all of this time? I guess that's... yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be running this again. 30:33. I guess that beats my first. That beats my first run of this game. But it doesn't beat my personal best right now, which is 30 minutes, 8 seconds. Ta-ta!